Why is it important to have sugar-free breakfast?
These are the most inflammatory type of sugars that we want to avoid. In the long run, it actually creates more weight gain.
Here on my channel, I've been always encouraging you to celebrate your uniqueness and embrace your unique personal style through clothing. And I'm really happy that together with my company, Dressart, we've helped hundreds of women to feel great in their own skin by providing tailoring and styling service. But clothing is not the only answer to everything. And we really need to have a good relationship between our mind and body. And I'm really excited to be talking to experts during the next few episodes to get more information on how to achieve the right balance between our mind and body. And my first guest is Chiara. Chiara is the founder of Beauty Treats, the first fully functional keto and gluten-free snack filled with superfoods and collagen peptides. She's also an influencer who promotes preventive healthcare, gut health, and overall wellness.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. As always, it's my pleasure to see you here. And today I'm super happy to be invited by Chiara to her kitchen to prepare a healthy breakfast and to learn more about wellness, well-being and longevity.
Welcome to my kitchen, and I just need to already move my cat away.
So tell me, what are we going to cook today?
Okay, well, today I believe the best thing that I would like to share with you is how to get the right foods right in the morning. So we're actually not gonna cook, we're gonna just assemble some foods to make it as easy as possible.
Amazing.
And yeah, I believe the thing that I want to share as much as possible is really understanding the right foods to prepare our gut the right way, especially when we're fasting. So after
Amazing. I think this is something that works perfectly because we all live busy lives and we do not want necessarily spend hours in the kitchen in the morning. So yeah, very excited.
Okay.
Tell me what we have here.
Okay, we have a mixture of few things. There's some ready snacks by Beauty Treats, which is my little venture. And it's a combination of anti-inflammatory ingredients, antioxidants, superfoods, good fats, and all gluten-free and sugar-free. And then we have an assortment of other few foods that we're gonna combine together to have our, again, sugar-free and gluten-free breakfast.
Perfect. Why is it important to have sugar-free breakfast?
Yeah, exactly. We start straight from the main point. I see you like to go right in. So, well, we all love sweets and savory. I believe when we have cravings, it's either one right opposite or the other one. But it's very important to understand what is the source of the sweet food that we're having and the savory foods that we're having, because it's not that we have to avoid these flavors, but understanding the origin of the food, it's what is important. So a sweet breakfast as opposed to a savory breakfast can still be done and can be had, which is again what I want to share with you this morning, as long as we are avoiding the pro-inflammatory type of sugars.
All right.
So everything that is pure white table sugar or so many other synonyms that we can find on the market, and we're gonna have a huge list where we can unfortunately find nowadays 90% of the products that have sugars in them, and so many synonyms such as sucralose and glucose syrup and maltitol and fructose. These are the most inflammatory type of sugars that we want to avoid. Why? Because first of all, they increase our cravings, and second of all, they create glucose spikes. So they increase our insulin resistance. So what that means is, in the long run, it actually creates more weight gain. So we have more cravings, we eat more foods, and we gain more weight. So it's a cycle that never ends, and that is also then, unfortunately, along with other ingredients, inflaming our gut and then creating what is also called permeable intestines. So basically we have the toxins that are not going through the gut, but they trespass into the other organs and then the rest of the body.
Sounds scaring, I should admit. We should be really careful how we start our mornings. All right, let's see what we have next.
I want to show you exactly how I have my breakfast usually.
That's amazing. This is what we're looking for.
So that we can have an idea, and I will explain you why I do it this way, so that we can actually prepare the gut the right way. So I usually start from a drink.
Okay.
So we can start with this drink, and then we go to the food part.
All right. Sounds amazing. Let's do this.
We can have our tea, coffee, whatever it is in the morning.
Okay.
But before you do that, there is one combination of drinks that is important to have to make sure that we actually create the right pH in our gut. What is that? It's a combination of two. Now you see it here. We're gonna.
Okay.
And here we go. So it's lemon and apple cider vinegar, and then we will see also some salt added on top, and we're gonna
I don't know why.
understand
I'm
why.
always so scared of vinegar. Every time, like I hear vinegar to be, taken,
Yeah.
especially on an empty stomach.
Yeah,
I don't know
exactly.
why I feel so stressed about this idea.
And I like your observation, because this is exactly the same thing, the same question, the main doubt that is always raised to me when it comes to these foods. Like people tell me, hey, but these are acidic foods. Why should I take it on an empty stomach? It's even worse, I'm like, no, it's exactly the opposite. So these are acidic foods, yes, in nature, but they become alkaline when we absorb them in our body. So this is what creates the right pH in our system, and actually helps to prepare the gut for the other foods, such as even coffee, which instead is acidic.
Okay.
And this is why, again, maybe most of you, some of you, might have experienced already symptoms of bloating or gas or just indigestion when having coffee on an empty stomach, no matter if it's just coffee or coffee with milk, because the acidic nature of it is what creates this trouble, and then it makes it harder to absorb all other foods afterwards. And
how interesting, I should admit.
so exactly, this doesn't mean we don't have to have coffee. Absolutely, I love coffee, but again, if we have it together with our foods or right after our foods, and especially after 50 minutes of having this drink, it's the best way to really have all the benefits of the antioxidants in the coffee and of these gut-loving foods that are the apple cider vinegar and the lemon.
All right.
So we're gonna I'm gonna do it for you. So you will be enjoying the drink as a preparation. And then I want also to have your feedback on how much you will actually like it, because now that you told me you're scared, I
am actually.
I want to see your reaction.
I'm not scared of lemon, because this is something, I normally, from time to time, what I do, I actually squeeze my lemon and I just pour some hot water on the top.
Very interesting.
Because I've heard of some, benefits for my health as well.
Yes.
And so I'm quite fine, but when it comes to vinegar, I'm like, okay.
So amazing, because lemon and hot water is the best way to also flush the toxins away.
Right.
And it's lemon is the most powerful antioxidant, because it's rich in vitamin C.
Yeah.
So of course it's great, especially with lukewarm or warm water. It's amazing. Also combined with ginger, actually.
Yes, absolutely.
But then if we combine it with apple cider vinegar, and sorry, I need to use a bit more of a strength.
That's all right.
If you combine it with apple cider vinegar, then we have these good, probiotics from the vinegar that actually supports the right bacteria in our intestines. And that is really good to prepare the stomach to anything.
So do you normally go to the gym first and then you take the drink, or how do you?
Good question. So it depends usually on time. I suggest to ideally have it maybe just first thing in the morning as your drink. So water and that. And then after, go for the workout on empty stomach. After you come back, enjoy your food with coffee, and that's amazing.
Okay, sounds amazing.
Okay, so we have the juice of 1 lemon, And then we will add now this scary part, preferably always organic apple cider vinegar.
Yes, that's important.
So now when it comes to this, as we were saying, we have, this vinegar that really, 2 tablespoons,
Okay.
really helps to feed with the right bacteria, our bacteria in the gut, and as well curbs the glucose spikes of whatever food we're having afterwards. So this is ideally one kind of shot we could have even before every meal that we're having, because it really helps also to control the glucose spikes, especially if we're having a carb-rich meal. Again, it doesn't mean that we need to necessarily indulge too much in carbs, but if we have more insulin sensitivity, for people that struggle with more insulin sensitivity, this really helps as a preparation also for to reduce these glucose spikes.
Okay.
So this is number 2.
That's ready, right?
Wait.
Oh.
Number 3. We have some Maldon salt. So why are we adding salt to this drink? Not just to make it taste even nastier, no, I'm kidding, but also because we want to have the right amount of electrolytes. So at the very end, we're having an electrolyte-rich drink because we have the right vitamins and minerals all together. And this type of salt, especially Maldon salt, you might have heard of Celtic sea salt as well. They have also pink Himalayan salt. They have the richest amounts of minerals all together. So we want a mineral-rich salt to give us naturally electrolytes. So to skip all the branded electrolytes out there in the market that usually also have a lot of added sugars that we want to avoid.
Of them in the pharmacy, ready to use.
Exactly. So of course, some of them we're in a rush. It's good to have them, and there's coming healthier versions where we have, natural sugars with them. But at the same time, if we're able to have something naturally from the foods that we already have existent, why not? We
so much better.
Save money. And so we're just gonna have a pinch of this, and we're gonna add it. Okay. So just make it quite salty.
Right.
And then we will add some water.
Okay.
Just half glass. Usually, again, room temp is perfectly fine. If it's lukewarm, even better, as you are already doing, which is amazing. I'm gonna stir well and enjoy.
Okay.
And let me know. Good luck.
Okay. If you don't see me in a week or so, the reason. Very interesting. You know what? It reminds me of kombucha.
Interesting. Okay. Good.
I don't really like drinking kombucha, but it reminds me a lot of that. So you should drink like all of that.
Yes.
In one.
Yes, exactly. So for some people, of course, it's exactly, it's an added taste.
Yeah.
But again, it's once you get used to it, it's also very, very. I love it. For example, like
I think I need some time to stick to it, and that's my actually next question. When you have people who are a little bit like, skeptical about all these things working, have some blocks, how do you actually help them cope with that?
It's an interesting question. I believe, of course, when you've done something for such a long time and you're new, everything else that you've never tried is always a bit of a, going out of your comfort zone, which is always difficult. And especially instilling the habit for something that you're new to and maybe that you don't even enjoy that much is even harder. So I believe the best thing is always trying to find a way to introduce new habits or new foods in your current routine. But what is the most important thing is understanding the benefit of it, because when you understand the benefit of something, then you're more likely to go for it. Because I really have so many people that are coming to me, and when we start, most of my clients, they always have similar issues: digestive concerns, bloating, brain fog, fatigue. Why that happens? It happens because, of course, we are doing something with our nutrition that needs to be put in place. Of course, the morning and what we have in the first morning is one of the fundamental parts that make up how we feel for the rest of the day. So the very simple start is, okay, you're enjoying your coffee, fine. Let's have that. We don't have to take that off.
Yeah, it's really
But
slowly
let's
to
add
eat.
something in before
Yeah.
to prepare the gut the right way, because it does well to you.
Okay.
Good. You don't like the taste? Well, then we can find other solutions. You know, this is maybe too raw or too bitter to start with.
Yeah.
Then why not add some orange juice in it? You know.
It could take some time for me, you know,
Yeah.
to get used to it and to also encourage my brain.
Yeah.
You know, just to make this good relationship
Yes.
between mind
Yes.
and body. So yeah, probably the good advice it is really to start slowly
Yes.
and then try how you can adjust it to yourself. Because like you said, for
Absolutely.
me, oranges could be probably a better option because it's tastier,
Exactly.
to me at least.
Exactly. And also, I forgot, maybe this would have been already a better addition for you as an option. I always suggest to add 1 small teaspoon or a half teaspoon of honey.
I really like the way you actually adjust your approach to each client, I believe, like we do
Yes.
here. So tell me a little bit more about the program that you run and how that works for your clients.
Perfect. So
Let me.
I didn't put that much, it's just half a spoon, but let me see. Yeah, you can stir it well
Stir it,
and then see. So yeah, my program is called Energy Upgrade. I called it this way exactly because what I've seen amongst the majority of the people that I work with is literally that nowadays the thing that we struggle the most is lack of energy. We are just
Absolutely.
overwhelmed and overwhelming ourselves with things to do, tasks to run and errands to run, and this is just triggering more and more our self-expectation, the pressure that we put on ourselves.
You tell me.
Yes, and of course we're living also in a society that demands more, gets at a faster pace, and
Especially in city like
especially
Dubai.
exactly in cities like here.
Yeah.
So everyone is just going on an autopilot that is not adjusted and not made for our natural nature, because the way we've evolved has been so quick, especially since the Industrial Revolution, compared to all the history of us human beings, that we're just living at a pace that is not consistent with us. So that is creating a lot of energy expenditure, and unfortunately we are not yet that much aware of how to regain this energy, or of how to make time to refill the cup.
Like, I really thank you for.
How is it? Is it better?
It's so much better.
Good.
So much better. So once you drink this in the morning on an empty stomach, what are the next steps?
Yes, amazing. So now that we managed to have our drink, our gut-loving drink, we have our gut-loving foods.
Okay.
So let's get our hands dirty. Are you ready?
I need to wash them first. And then let's do it.
So we will assemble everything, and yes, we will create a bowl.
Okay.
Again, it's for everyone that has more of a sweeter tooth, but we still want to have something that is good for our gut and can have all the right ingredients in it.
Amazing.
So
Amazing.
Yogurt, and we can choose any option between Greek white yogurt that has a very good amount of proteins.
Just a quick question.
Yeah.
Is there any sugar inside already?
It depends. So it always depends on the product, and I always suggest to check on the label, because most generally white plain yogurt should not have sugars, but some brands do have. So that's why I always say don't take any vanilla yogurt or any fruit yogurt. Add your fruits, your natural fruits on top, but don't get it already flavored, because that has sugars. Plain should not have any sugars, and that's fine. So we can have either Greek yogurt or any kind of vegan type of yogurt. Here today we have soy, just because again it was in the fridge. So, but coconut,
I love coconut
yogurt is amazing. And I really suggest that. And we have our keto granola here.
This is also firm beauty treat.
Yes, exactly.
Oh
So
my goodness.
we-
It's looking delicious. It's amazing.
It's delicious as well, and it has a right combination of nuts and seeds. Again, these are the
Okay.
most fiber-rich foods that give us not just fibers, but also the right amount of fats. So if we really improve and increase in our diet the macronutrients of proteins and fats, as opposed to carbs, we feel more satiated, we have less cravings, and we have more nutrients, which is really what we want. So nuts and seeds are rich in omega-3 fatty acids as well. So they're good also for all our organs and our
yeah,
brain functions. So they support our energy levels as well, much longer than any oat granola that is a grain eventually. So yeah.
And I feel like anything that is commercially made, anything that you can find like in the stores, I personally read what it
Yes.
contains. I was not happy, and I started making my own granola at home.
See, amazing.
But I gave up, to be honest. My
It
work
takes
just
that.
took so much, it's
Yeah.
just taking so much energy
Yeah,
on me.
I
And
know.
like I said, I really am having difficulties to sticking to my healthy routine. And I'm
Yeah.
really curious to be talking to you today. And I'm just
Yeah.
really appreciate your time for
Yes.
people like me who are struggling to find the
Yeah.
right routine.
Yeah,
that would be
and
such
this
an
is exactly-
amazing way.
This is how I started. I'm like, I don't want to do it at my place. I'm just gonna get a kitchen and make all the production there of the foods that I want to have because I don't find them out there, and that's how we are here. So yeah.
All right,
So we have this, and we want to add some good vitamins as well. So we will have some fruits, and the best type of fruits that have also the richest amount of antioxidants are berries, any kind of berries. So today we have blueberries here, but
Amazing.
raspberries
Amazing.
or blackberries are also amazing.
Okay.
And we have then some other powders that we will add just to enrich and give a bit more of antioxidants and amino acidic profiles. So we have
Okay.
some vegan protein powder. And I got it vegan, and I usually get it vegan unless I find some brands that do not have sugars, because unfortunately still out there in the market the normal protein powders, the whey protein powders or the isolate protein powders, they do have sucralose in them, and sucralose is one of these sugar sinoonyms that has to be avoided. So as of now, the vegan powders do have more natural kind of sugars such as stevia or
Yes,
monk fruit, and so it's much more advisable to use them.
Okay.
We can find some collagen powders on the market that are also like with chocolate flavor, and they do have now some more stevia. Maybe there's gonna be coming something soon by Beauty Treats as well, so fingers crossed. And so here then we have also some one other blend where it's a combination that I also made that combines some of the more antioxidant detoxifying type of powders such as matcha, spirulina, chlorella, and all of that, just to give it some more energy boost for the morning.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we get started. If you
Let's
want to
get
let you
started.
open this one.
Yeah, I would love to.
Yes.
Smells so good.
Good.
It's like homemade.
Yes.
Amazing.
Exactly. That's exactly the
Wow.
the feel that I wanna give. So here we will put some yogurt. So we will combine just a very small scoop of this vegan powder, also to give it a bit more of a chocolatey flavor for people that actually like that. Not necessarily, but again, today we wanted to make it a rich breakfast bowl. Here we have our green powder.
Amazing.
And then we add our granola. Just some clusters.
It's looking delicious. It's giving Bali vibes.
Yeah, right, right. So here we add just some blueberries. And here we are. Breakfast is ready.
Wow.
It took us literally 2 minutes.
2 minutes. True. It's looking delicious. Shall we try?
Yes.
Let me
So
try
you can
that.
exactly give it a stir so that at least the powder melts together with the yogurt.
With the yogurt. You know, since I work a lot in fashion and styling, working with clients, helping them to feel more confident, I feel like there are a lot of misconceptions when it comes to, you know, dressing well. Like what I hear a lot is that people tell me, well, you should have a lot of money, you need to be rich to be well dressed, which is not true at all. It has nothing to do with how money you have.
Yeah.
And I imagine that there are a lot of misconceptions when it comes to leading a more healthy lifestyle.
Yeah, there is so much misinformation or misunderstandings that I literally published yesterday also a reel about that, because I get so many different questions about, you know, should I eat this with this, or you know, are potatoes good, is this good, or should I now try fasting, or what about the carnivore diet, and all of this. I'm like, wait. So every single thing, first of all, needs to be, how can we say, tailor-made and adjusted to the person. So what works for one does not work for other, and you absolutely will know. It's the same with when it comes to fashion and understanding what clothes to pick. So foods and nutrition somehow is really understanding what are the right clothes for us, that suit us, that make us feel good. And yes, it's the same with foods, because unfortunately we cannot sometimes tolerate all the foods, or not all the foods are the right pick for us, even if we might like them. Then we need to understand how to combine them with other foods, or prepare the gut again with foods that then can make it easier for us to tolerate these foods. And then there's still such a variety of things that we can have that are more suitable for us. So yeah, there's a lot of just misinformation out there, just because the trends are always changing and always so different. And you always think that the new trend is the one that is going to get you to where you want, whereas I believe very often what is missing is just the basics. And if we cut down the noise and we go back to the basics, understanding, look, same with fashion, it's the same.
I was going to say that.
So if we cut the noise, go down to the basics, we understand that the most important thing are whole foods as much as possible, combined together, even in big portions. That's not an issue though, but then we can really feel much healthier, as opposed to understanding, should I fast 14 or 16 hours, or should I do this, I don't know, crazy workout? No, just get out in nature, get walking, eat whole foods of any sort, and then you're gonna feel much better, and you don't need to take any Ozempic or any expensive pill or whatever.
This is literally such an interesting observation, because this is what I say to my clients as well. When they start building their capsule wardrobe, basically the most important thing is to find the foundation, your essentials, and then you literally build on it. Just to express your personal style in the best possible way, to be more authentic. But you don't need to have a lot of clothes in your wardrobe.
True.
You just need to find your way of doing things that represent your personal style the best way.
True. Longer. Yes. Good.
Love it. That's amazing. So this is what basically you do every morning?
Yes, I love it. And again, of course, this is the sweet alternative. I honestly never get tired of this.
It's delicious. It's delicious, you know?
Yeah. But either this or eggs as a savory alternative are the best options to have as a morning breakfast.
So what would be your advice to someone who is just starting his or her wellness journey? What piece of advice would you give?
Okay, so yeah, as we were saying, cut the noise, go back to the basics, and the most important thing, well, when it comes to health journey, is understanding, first of all, how your routine currently is. So instead of adding, sometimes we just need to eliminate, we need to take off. So we need to understand, first of all, how your sleep routine is, how good your sleep is, and understanding that as well is the core foundation of adjusting everything around it. Because if we don't sleep well, we crave more foods, we don't recover well, and then we are not performing well in anything that has to go from work to exercise.
Okay.
So yeah, understanding and improving the sleep routine, and then making sure that we get the right combination of foods as we try to see a bit together as well.
Yeah.
So
I must admit that might sound like a bit overwhelming when you first start, but you know, like you mentioned, take it step by step, slowly, and
yes, exactly.
just find your own balance.
Yes, I think, again, that's why, as with everything in life, if we have people that can guide us to understand how to not cut corners, but simply understand what's best and more suitable for us, because they have been there, they have more knowledge, it's always better to, you know, go and make yourself supported and helped by those people
Absolutely.
to understand what works best for you. So comes also when it's about, you know, becoming healthier and feeling, you know, at your very best. So yeah.
Amazing. I truly enjoyed this conversation. I'm sure we will have a lot of questions after that. So that will be my pleasure to meet you for another video. Let's say
Amazing.
over healthy lunch probably next time.
Yes, will be good.
Thank you
I
so
enjoyed
much
it
for
as well.
such delicious
It was
breakfast
such a
drink.
pleasure to have you here and get you
know,
trying a few of the
Amazing.
things.
Amazing.
Yes.
Love it.
Thank you.
Love it. Thank you. I feel like I'm all with my granola.
No, actually, no.
Should be probably smiling less. But this one is really delicious. Love it.
Good. The very real founder.